a journey, not a destination. Welcome to Flip the Pages. My name is Ayodele Muyiwa, and Flip the Pages is my YouTube channel dedicated to book reviews. On this channel, from time to time, I come to talk about books and books and books. I am a bookpreneur. I enjoy reading books. I enjoy writing books. I enjoy talking about books. I've taken time to read a fascinating book, and I feel it is proper for me to come on my channel to discuss the treasures that I took from that book. The title of the book is Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. This book is highly recommended. It's quite loaded. It's like a vault. It contains a lot of treasures. And in addition to that, it is written in very simple to understand language. In the past 2 weeks, I've been talking about how to do great things, how to achieve great things, how to start from ground zero. If you've not taken time to watch the videos, they are right here on my YouTube channel under the Atomic Habits series. On today's episode, I want to talk about something that is crucial that everyone can relate with, and the title of the video is Make Your Life Progressive. Let's talk about fluidity. Before I continue, I want to ask you a question. Is your life working? If the answer is yes, that's very good. If the answer is no, that's also very good. Now, why will I say that? Because either yes or no, you can choose to change the direction you are heading towards if it's not something that you are happy with. And if it is something that you are happy with, you can still make your journey progressive. Now, let me start by saying that life is all about fluidity. A lot of people feel that as it was, so it is now, and so should it continue to be. I think we should embrace fluidity. As human beings, we should think from time to time of how to make sure that our lives become better, of how we can live, lives that are enriching and fulfilling. And there is no way we can do that if we stick to one particular position. From time to time, you need to change form. You need to be so malleable that you constantly change form into something more dignified, into something more fulfilling than you have previously encountered. Now, reading this book, Atomic Habits, I discovered that life could be progressive. Talking about making your life progressive, there is something that I learned about life. Looking at the life of a butterfly, if you look at the process of metamorphosis, you will discover that the butterfly from one phase to emerge into another phase, and from there the growth continued until the beautiful butterfly is fully made and presented to the world in its beauty. I want you to know that your life can be progressive, like I said earlier on, but before it can get to that stage, you have a role to play. And the role you have to play is for you to become fluid. You have to entertain the thought of becoming better. You have to entertain the thought of what can I do to emerge in a tomorrow that is more beautiful than what I am currently experiencing. Your life can be progressive, and I want to talk briefly about certain things that you can do to ensure that your life is progressive. The first thing I want to talk about is this. You need to connect with yourself at the core of your being. Is your life progressive? When you sit all alone by yourself, do you always think that there is more that you can do? Do you always think that you can still achieve greater things with your life? Do you always think that you can cover more grounds? You need to connect with yourself at the core in order for you to be truthful to answer this question. Because most of the time it is so easy to blend with the crowd. It is so easy to tell yourself that some people are not where I am today. That may be a good thing, at the same time it could also be a bad thing. A good thing in the sense that you've taken time to achieve more, you've taken time to break newer grounds compared to the people around you. Now, I don't want you to weigh your strength based on what the people around you are doing. I want you to weigh your strength based on what you can do. I want you to weigh your what you think as achievement based on what you are capable of doing. Can you achieve more? Can you do more? Are you loaded with more energy? Are you loaded with more substance? Are you loaded with more talent? Can you really do more than what you are doing at the moment? You need to get to the point of connecting with yourself at the very core of your being. It's going to help you to be progressive. You do not have to look at the people around you and conclude that your life must follow the same pattern. If you have the capacity on the inside of you to achieve more, why settle for less? Nothing is stopping you from progressing. Nothing is stopping you from covering more grants. Nothing is stopping you from writing another book. You can sing another song. You can design one more painting. Your life is yours to design. Stop blaming people for the failure of the past. Stop blaming people for what did not work out. You can always live a progressive life. You can always do more. You can always achieve more. And in order for you to do that, you have to be fluid. The choice is yours. You can decide to make your life progressive. And I want to say something about that. If you choose to be progressive, there is no one who can stop you from being progressive. You are the only one who can tell yourself, this is how far I can go. You are the only one who can set the limitation over your life. You are the only one who can tell yourself, thus far and no more. There is no one on the face of the earth who has a capacity to put a full stop if you choose to put a comma and decide to write more about your story. If you decide to write another chapter about your story, nobody is going to stop you. You have the power to do what should be done. I want you to choose to be progressive. I want you to become fluid with the way you think. I want you to think of what you can do and how you can do and achieve more. How can you become progressive in life? I have discovered that on so many occasions we give people the power that we shouldn't give them. It's okay to talk to people, it's okay to take advice from people, it's okay to listen to other people's perspective about something that you are doing or you want to do. But ultimately, the decision should be yours. So many times we let people tell us this is how far you can go. Now, apart from connecting with yourself at the core of your being, how can your life be more progressive? Reading this book, I discovered that your life can be more progressive when you decide who you want to be. And let me tell you something quickly. The moment you decide this is who I want to be, at that time you take power from whoever it is that you have given power to. At that point, you choose to engage with your life like a driver steering the wheel of the car. You are in absolute control of where you want to go, and you are planning and you are making sure that you are facing that direction and facing it and committing yourself to get to where you want to be. If you want to be progressive in life, apart from being fluid, apart from not being too rigid that I've been there yesterday, I can't become better today. When you get to the point of realizing that every new day presents itself unto you to write something new about your story. If the slate has been dirty and you've written and there is nothing interesting about your story, you can choose to wipe the slate clean and write something interesting about your story. Nobody can pull you down without your agreement. Nobody can draw you back without your agreement. You have to agree, with people to say, this is how far you can go. You can't go further. The moment you connect with yourself at the core of your being, I want you to take it a notch higher. I want you to determine who you want to be. Who do you want to be? Because you have failed, have you resigned to fate and you've concluded, I can't be better, this is who I was meant to be? Or you can decide and tell yourself that no, falling down doesn't define me, I have to do something else. You can decide to become a success in spite of failing several times. You can decide that your story will not end on this note. Who do you desire to be? It is your work, it is your duty to determine who you want to be. It is your duty to tell the world, this is who I am, this is me. You are greatness personified. I don't want you to settle for anything lesser than that. Who do you want to be at the core of your being? You are falling, it's okay, rise up and keep moving. You don't know how to go about it, that's okay. Connect with other people who are doing amazing things and let them give you some clues on how to go about it. Who do you really want to be? A lot of people are perpetually in a state of slumber. They are lethargic about their lives. A lot of people are living in a state of perpetual slumber. They are so lethargic about their lives. They don't even know who they want to be. They become whatever everyone tells them to be. For instance, if you tell them today you are a baker, they will agree to that and say, yes, I am a baker. If you go to them tomorrow and tell them you are no longer a baker, you are a carpenter, they will say, oh, is that what I am, a carpenter? And they will say, okay, I agree, I am a carpenter. I want you to get to the point of knowing who you are, understanding and embracing your identity and walking in the fullness of who you are. Determine who you want to be. Determine that you are no longer going to be that girl who is always timid. Determine that you are no longer going to be that boy who is always afraid to try new things. Determine that you are no longer to be that person who cannot talk, who cannot express himself, who cannot express herself. Determine you want to be respected. You want to express yourself and say what is on your mind. Determine who you want to be. Determine that you want to become a better person, a better version of yourself. In determining who you want to be, you take the power back and you start building a great life. Today I've been talking about how to be progressive in life, and I've been talking about fluidity. I've been talking about the fact that being stuck doesn't mean you can get up and continue from there. Being at the best position of your time at the current moment doesn't mean that is the best there is to your life. You can still unfold. You can still emerge into something beautiful. There's more to be discovered in your life. There are treasures that are buried deep down within you. Determined to emerge. Get tired of hiding. Get tired of hiding your identity. Get tired of refusing to show your face. There is something beautiful about your face. Let the world see you. Let the world hear you. There is something sweet about your voice. Say something. Talk. Let people hear your voice. Desire to live. Desire to be better. Determine who you want to be. Desire today to be progressive in life. Now, talking about determining who you want to be, let me read something quickly from this book. Talking about determining who you want to be, I want to read something from page 39. It says, decide who you want to be. This holds at any level. What do you want to stand for? Who do you wish to become? Now let's flip the page and move on to page 40. Let me read something more. And it says, identity change is the North Star. You need to know who you want to be. I like that. It says you need to know who you want to be. And I want to promise you that I'm going to come back on this channel to talk more about determining who you want to be. Thank you so much for listening to this video up to this point. I do very much appreciate it. I want to introduce my second channel to you. On YouTube, I have a second channel dedicated to faith and lifestyle contents. The name of that channel is a well-watered garden. If you want to kindly check my other channel, I'm so sure you are going to get something useful from that channel. And if you want to write a book, you want to edit, you want to proofread, you want to write your biography, you want to do something, that is book related, and you do not know how to go about it, I'm here for you. That is what I do. I am a bookpreneur. I enjoy working with books. I can edit, I can proofread, I can write your biography, I can help you put your ideas down in a book format. As long as it is all about book writing, I'll be more than willing to work with you. Let's create magic with book writing and change the world one book at a time. Now let's continue with the video. All along we've been talking about being progressive and being fluid and becoming better and achieving great things. I want to say one more thing before I wrap up to talk about is the fact that you need to upgrade constantly. Most of the time we are quick to say this is who I am, this is how I've been programmed, this is what I know, this is what I stand for. I want you to know that you can reprogram yourself. I want you to know that you can wire yourself in a new format that is going to serve you. If you claim this is who I am, this is how I've been programmed. Now, I have a question for you. Is it still serving you? Is it still serving the purpose that is pushing your life forward? You need to get to a point where you sit back and reprogram yourself. You reprogram your thinking, you reprogram your attitude, you reprogram your life, you reprogram your orientation and change the way you look at things. That means that you need to upgrade constantly. It means you have to change form constantly. It means you have to become better. It means you have to do it in a better way. Now, reading about reprogramming myself, let me read it. It's on page 53. Let's go. Talking about programming, let's read something in this book. It is on page 53 and I read, after decades of mental programming, we automatically slip into these patterns of thinking and acting. I want you to know that you can always change the way you think and the way you act by reprogramming yourself. You can come up with something new, you can come up with something more satisfying, you can come up with something that is going to serve you, serve your life's purpose, serve humanity, and you can choose to live for something more dignifying than what you've been used to. There is nothing shameful about reprogramming yourself as long as it is hardened to you, as long as it is generating more value. I want you to make that conscious effort to emerge into something better, emerge into something more productive, emerge into something more fulfilling. Stop being stuck. Stop being satisfied with a low level. Decide that you are going to make your life progressive. Decide that you can be fluid and that you can emerge in a tomorrow that is 10 times better than what you are currently featuring in. And with that, I've come to the end of the third episode under the Atomic Habits series. Before you know it, I'll be back with the final episode. Thanks so much for listening up to this point. Have you taken time to read this book before, Atomic Habits? What did you get? What did you gain from the book? How is it shaping the way you see the world? Feel free to put your comments in the comment section. Let's learn together. And in addition to that, I would like to know, where are you listening from? Feel free to get in touch. Let's grow together. Thanks for watching and bye.